No more cherries, lemons, or 777 going to happen anytime soon here in Las Vegas. We're going to talk about slot machines and how this is going to impact Las Vegas moving forward. You know, during the pandemic, a lot of people did not come to Vegas. Gaming revenue was completely shut down. And so when everything started to open back up, gaming was one of the first things to open back up before, let's say, other entertainment like movies, any types of, restaurants, things like that. Gaming was available and people came to Las Vegas. Now, demographics of younger generations of people are starting to come to Las Vegas to gamble, and this is going to have a great impact economically on Las Vegas. Let's get into this video. So let's talk about gamblers and the average demographics of gamblers pre-COVID, right? Before COVID and Las Vegas shut down. We know that when Las Vegas shut down, it was really devastating to Las Vegas revenue for gambling economically. And so we said, okay, well, what's going to be the outcome? How's this all going to play out? Nobody knew. We're starting to see a lot more people come to Las Vegas, and you're seeing that the younger generations, the demographics is actually less. They're seeing this because of all the player club cards that people sign up for. They're younger in years by 7 years. The average person signing up or getting those types of player cards or, just gambling altogether on slot machines and in gambling in general was around 50 years old. And now they're saying it's, 43 years old is the new average person signing up. That's the average demographic for people signing up to gamble. And they're also looking at data that shows a lot more people from 28 to 35 are starting to gamble, and they're coming and gambling a lot. And so when you look at why is this happening? Well, you look at people going to the movies before, right? There was other ways to spend your money. Maybe you went out and you got something to eat. Maybe you had a chance to, do something else and maybe go out and have dinner and maybe dance. I don't know, go to a nightclub. Who knows, right? Whatever your money was being put towards, well, people wanted to gamble, right? And the reason they're gambling is one of the first things that opened up here in Las Vegas was obviously casinos. Everything else didn't open up right away, but casinos did. And so people were traveling all over, especially California. We all know that Californians love to travel right across state line and they can gamble. And so we saw a huge influx of people coming to Las Vegas to gamble. So if you walk through casinos, you're going to see a lot of younger people gambling on all these new slot machines that are shiny. They're player interactive for the most part. They're not that old style gaming, and people really feel like, you know what, I'm in with the game here. Like I feel like I'm a part of the game. And so catering to younger people and also seeing the flashy, slot machines that are now really computers. I always say computers and slot machines like that, those are the worst things to gamble. You'll probably lose your money 70% of the time. Now, there has been an influx of people winning jackpots. Why is that? Well, they want to entice people. What do younger generations typically have in their hand? I'm going to say all generations. Now, it's your cell phone. So if you take out your cell phone, what are you going to do? You're going to take a picture of that jackpot. So you're seeing a lot of marketing and catering to the younger generation, and it's now one of the new pastimes as far as coming to Las Vegas. People were not willing to gamble. You go pre-COVID, gambling was really declining. It wasn't doing well. I mean, you still had your gamblers, but it wasn't doing well. And so what these casinos are trying to do is be, gaming interactive. They got a big company out here called the Aristocrat that puts out a lot of innovative machines together, computer machines that are almost like games. And my generation and younger generations before me, we all grew up with games in our, controllers in our hand. We all grew up playing games, and I think that's the direction that casinos are going, because they want to get those demographics and the younger generations to be lifers, right? They want to get customers for life. And I think there's a new wave going on with casinos, and they're trying to figure this out. But you go after COVID, I mean, you got a lot younger people coming into Las Vegas, wanting to gamble, spending money on slot machines, and the other things that maybe they would spend their money on, maybe not as important. And I don't know if it's just, we started back up, or people started back up and started getting used to gambling after COVID, because it was one of the only things to do at that time, but there is some truth to this, as far as that has to be a factor. So Las Vegas is really changing. It's always changing. You have a younger demographics. We're down 7 years on the average person gambling. I think it's going to even get lower than that. And I think casinos are really going to start to cater to people, especially with age groups 25 to 35, because they want to get those people in there, and they want them to be gambling. They want them to gamble as much as they can. They want to keep customers for life. And I think their real focus is on that. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. Also subscribe to the channel, hit that bell, like the channel, and guys, we'll see you at the next one.